Hey guys, Eric here from Barrel to Bottle. If you're here looking for the good looking dudes from our team, they aren't with us this weekend, so you might want to just skip this video. But if you're looking for some tips and tricks from people who actually know how to use their cameras, Victor and I are going to walk you through a few of our favorite tips and tricks to get the most out of your bottle images.
We recently took a flight from Calgary across the mountains to Vancouver Island on the west coast of Canada. We landed in Nanaimo and made our way west towards Tofino. It's located on the far western edge of Canada, and it's a stunning and a rugged place where the mountains meet the ocean. Perfect for taking photos.
We're here in Tofino, BC on the west coast of Canada yet again, and we're at the legendary Whisky Inn, which is one of the nicest hotels that you're going to find pretty much anywhere in the world. It's an amazing spot located on the edge of the sea, and we're here to shoot a couple of different projects this week. For a few of us who are, born and raised in the prairies of Canada, to be on the coast is it's mind-blowing. The sights, the smells, the sounds, it all just comes together. It's an amazing experience, and we're excited to show you a little bit more about what we're going to get up to. Sometimes you don't have the choice to shoot in soft light. You don't have the ability to get out at sunrise, get out at sunset. It's really harsh, it's really bright. Can you take good shots in this kind of weather?
Yeah, you still can. So sometimes you can be shooting at sunset or sunrise, and that's all right. Even a couple hours before sunset or sunrise, or in the middle of the day, you can still get good photos of your bottle. The key is to make sure that the position of the sun is in a specific location. If you're going to take shots with the sun shining straight onto the label, it's going to look very flat and harsh. It's not going to look the most pleasing. There's not really any depth to the image. The same thing goes for if you put the sun straight behind your bottle. It's going to be really hard to balance that frame. There's a lot of variety between your highlights and your shadows, and it's going to be hard to balance that, and it's going to be blown out likely. And there's also going to be hot spots on the label. What you can do instead is still make sure that the sun is behind your bottle, but off to the side out of the frame. This way you're still getting that light in the bottle, but you're not getting the harsh sun right in behind it. You're also not getting the label overexposed.
Check out the glow on that bottle. Here's the next tip for you. It's after sunset. It's 10 minutes past sunset. The sun is down. Most people are packing up their gear and heading home at this point, but don't. Stick around into blue hour. It's one of our favorite times of the day to shoot. The sky is one big soft box, and you can really get some beautiful light on your bottles. So stick around for a little bit later, some of the best light of the day. Don't really have words to say how beautiful this place is. Just the fact that we get to be out here. When we left home, we had probably 3 feet of snow on the ground. It was -10 last night, and now we're walking back after a beautiful sunny day on the beach. Like, this is amazing. And the fact that we get to do this and call this work is constantly blowing my mind, and we're just incredibly grateful for the chance to be here. So. Hey guys, Eric here back with another photo tip. So one of the best ways that you can level up your content no matter what you're shooting, people, bottles, places, is to shoot in the best light possible. We're here early for sunrise on the west coast of Canada. We're taking some great photos with this beautiful bottle of Bowmore 15. The sun rose about 10 minutes ago. We're getting some beautiful golden light. It's perfect, pristine conditions for taking photos. So get up early, chase that beautiful light. You'll be rewarded very quickly. You oftentimes incorporate people into your frames. So people on adventures, people together, people holding bottles. Why do you guys do that?
Well, because sometimes just a shot of a bottle can be kind of stale and boring. Like, it's just a bottle sitting there by itself in nature, and while it can be beautiful, it doesn't always just make sense. What it's actually meant for is to be enjoyed among friends. So what we like to do is put people into the frame and actually show them, in a situation with the bottle, and it tells a little bit more of a story and brings life to the photo. And we really like to do that. Makes it a bit more dynamic. Back for another photo tip. It is a rainy day on the west coast of Canada, and not that nice out. It's gray. There's no sunlight at all, and a lot of people at this point
probably aren't even going to try to take any photos because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But a couple little tips for you. When it does rain, all the colors in the forest, all the colors of the greens and the barks and all those textures and colors are really going to pop. That rain is really going to help them show some saturation, and so it's going to be nice and vibrant. It's going to be beautiful in there, and there's going to be some really cool textures and like different environmental kind of factors that we can incorporate into our photos. So when it rains, if you're bold and you're brave, feel free to get out, go and see what you can come up with, because sometimes some of the best images happen in some of the worst conditions.
And now it's time for us to get to the real reason why we're out here on the West Coast. It's to celebrate all things the Glenothes. Our whole whiskey journey began with a bottle of the Glenothes many years ago. And so this is kind of like a full circle moment, celebrating and capturing these moments on our home soil. We started the day's adventure with an amazing walk along the coastline called the Wild Pacific Trail. Our trail led us to an amazing beach where we had lunch in the sun. We wrapped it all up with an amazing tasting of the Glenothes 18. We cheersed and celebrated this unique moment in time that I don't think any of us will ever forget. We got back in time for cocktail hour. The bartending staff did an amazing job putting together some signature cocktails featuring the Glenothes. After cocktail hour, it was time to head down to the wine cellar where we retreated to an incredible meal. Each course was paired with a different expression from the Glenothes. We really loved the Whiskey Maker's Cut and the 18-year-old. They stood out to us. Overall, an absolutely incredible experience we're so grateful to have been a part of. And with that, we've wrapped our first ever photo tutorial. We hope that this was useful for you, that it was actually practical and insightful, and that you're going to be able to put some of these into practice in your own life when you're out shooting. If you want to learn more, there's questions you have or comments, let us know below. We'd love to be able to continue to create pieces like this that are actually going to be useful for you as you move forward.